as to who to debunk next, and several dozen of you have asked me to address the complete insanity that was Terrence Howard's recent appearance on Joe Rogan's podcast. While I normally avoid lunatics of this caliber, I felt this one was worth addressing for a few reasons, so let's take a closer look. If you don't know who Terrence Howard is, he's an actor. I'll be honest, I've never seen him act in anything. He was in a really popular TV show that I didn't watch, and I've never seen any of his movies. He might be a great actor, he might suck. I don't know, and I don't care. What's more important is his extracurricular activities as a delusional narcissist who thinks he's the smartest person in human history. I don't know exactly when he started showing the world his God complex, but it was way before the Rogan appearance, so let's go back just a bit. Here he is making a total fool of himself on the red carpet at the Emmys in 2019.
I've made some discoveries in my own personal life with the science that, Pythagoras was searching for. I was able to open up the flower of life properly and find the real wave conjugations that we've been looking for 10,000 years. Why would I continue, walking on water for tips when I've got an entire generation to teach a whole new world?
That's a big remark.
Okay, let's break this down. The science that Pythagoras was searching for. Pythagoras was a philosopher and mathematician. The only things he did that could be considered part of the embryonic stages of science were ideas like the harmony of the spheres, where the planets moved according to the frequencies of musical notes, which of course was just baseless conjecture and whimsy, coincidentally Terry's two favorite things. He says he was able to open up the flower of life properly. That's this. The idea of opening this up doesn't mean anything. It's just 19 overlapping circles. If you pull them apart, you get 19 circles. Yes, it's nice and pretty looking. Shapes are neat. Real wave conjugations, meaningless. Conjugation is something you do to a verb in an inflected language according to tense, number, and person. Here's a conjugated Italian verb. In biology, the word is used to describe horizontal transfer of genetic material between bacteria. You can't conjugate a ham sandwich, and you can't conjugate a wave. 10,000 years is a random number that goes farther back than all of recorded history. He tosses out walking on water to foreshadow his blatant messiah complex, and he has absolutely nothing to teach even a small child, let alone an entire generation. That's a big remark, says the interviewer, clearly pretty desperate to get out of this ridiculous conversation without directly insulting him.
What do you intend to do?
Well, let me put it this way. All energy in the universe is expressed in motion. All motion is expressed in waves. All waves are curved. So where does the straight lines come from to make the platonic solids? There are no straight lines. So when I took the flower of life and opened it properly, I found a whole new wave conjugations that expose the in-between spaces. It's the thing that holds us all together.
Okay,
I didn't do too well in trigonometry. What is the
platonic solids?
How is energy expressed exactly? By motion? Whatever he could mean by that, he's wrong. For example, potential energy is the energy held by an object by virtue of its position in a field, like a gravitational or electromagnetic field. No motion, yet energy. Matter can be converted to energy. No motion required. No, not all motion is expressed in waves. The motion of a wave is a wave. Periodic motion can be expressed with a wave. Linear motion also exists, hence straight lines exist. What are platonic solids? That's these. Convex regular polyhedra in three-dimensional Euclidean space. Regular polyhedron means that all the sides are the exact same shape, that shape being a particular regular polygon, which means a two-dimensional shape with all the sides and angles being equal. There are 5 of them, and they were conceived of as hypothetical abstractions, just like everything else in geometry. And just for fun, if you take a simple cubic lattice structure for an ionic solid, you can get those straight lines he said don't exist. Again, he did not open any flower of life. He did not conjugate any waves. He doesn't specify what these spaces are and what they are between, or how they hold anything together. In short, it's pseudo-spiritual bullshit, and these anchors are justifiably laughing their asses off. Let's get one more tidbit.
I'm sharing that. On Tuesday, when I receive my star, I'm going to be able to prove that gravity is only an effect and not a force. I'm putting something on YouTube where I will build the planet Saturn without gravity and build the Milky Way galaxy without gravity.
Did you also say you're getting your star on Tuesday?
Yeah.
On the Walk of Fame?
On the Walk of Fame.
Interestingly enough, in the context of general relativity, you can argue that gravity is an effect and not a force. But it does not follow, then, that gravity isn't real. And it gets much worse from there. He's going to build Saturn and build the Milky Way galaxy. How exactly? Like in a simulation? That needs gravity. If he built a planet or a galaxy with his hands, I would worship him as the one true God. But something tells me that in reality, he's been watching some electric universe frauds on YouTube, and now he thinks he's smarter than Einstein.
And we've come to find that the universe, they are abandoning the standard model, the ideas of black holes and dark matter, for an electric model of the universe that is in response to the Birkeland currents and all these things. It's a better version, a better vision of how we should see the universe. That's how I see it, and I think it should be explored.
Bingo! Terry binged some Thunderbolts project videos and is repeating what he heard as though he thought of it. Then this woman tries to change the subject again, and he starts whining about not ever having been nominated for an Emmy. Anyway, this is the magnitude of nut job we are dealing with, but it gets much worse.
I bet.